Have you ever had a friend that teases you about not knowing how to drive a manual vehicle because theirs is and they think that is so much better? If so, I'm here for you because I'm going to show you how to drive a manual vehicle. My brother, Jonathan, he taught me how to drive a manual vehicle, and I've progressively gotten better working on my family farm and also driving my own very manual vehicle every day to school and home and everywhere. It's my favorite thing to do, and let me show you how to do it. So the first thing you need to know on how to start is, first of all, you gotta have a manual vehicle to be able to operate. Second thing is safety. Seatbelts save lives. Very important you get this on and buckled all the way. Now that's on. To start the vehicle, you want to put your brake, your right foot, firmly onto the brake. That way you don't start rolling. And next, with the vehicle still all off, you want to make sure that the gear shift is in neutral. You can tell it's in neutral because it will be able to wiggle around quite freely on its own. Next thing is you want to use your left foot and push the clutch, which is pedal all the way on the left, not the parking brake though, and all the way to the floor. In different vehicles, you want to make sure that you have the seat adjusted properly to you. In my truck, it's obviously already preset for myself, but if you have a really long-legged friend and you can't reach the clutch very well, you want to make sure you move that all the way up to wherever you need to move it to where you can fully extend your leg, straight knee, and you're pushing the clutch firmly in place. So now that you have the clutch in, and you still have your foot on the brake, and the car is in neutral, you need to turn on the truck. We're in the vehicle, and we have the truck running. We need to talk about where we're going to be shifting. So if you look at this knob here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or overdrive, and an R. R is reverse, we'll deal with that later. We're gonna start in number 1, which is first gear. This is where you start. So you still have your foot on the brake from starting in the truck. You wanna keep that there. You wanna put your left foot all the way in on the clutch, and you wanna move the shifter, in this case, all the way to the left, and then straight up into the first area. From there, you want to release your brake. Luckily, we're in a flat area to where we're not going to be rolling. Down a hill, you want to keep your brake on just a little to prevent you from rolling, and then you'll start moving your clutch. But for this case, we're in a parking lot. Nice, simple, easy way to learn. We are not rolling. We can release the brake. Now, we want to find our gas pedal. Gas pedal has been found. So, now knowing that we know where the gas pedal is and it works, we want to slowly release the clutch with our left foot. So we're slowly releasing our left foot right until we start hearing the truck make kind of a dying sound and we're only barely rolling. Then you want to put in on the gas a little bit more, and you want to fully release off the clutch. So this is what it looks like at the feet position. So this is our clutch, brake, and then our gas. So we want to make sure our brake is on so we're not rolling. Our clutch is all the way in. We have it in first gear. We're off the brake. We slowly let off of the gas till we can just barely feel it start to move. Little gas and the rest of the way off the clutch. And then once we're rolling, we want to go all the way off the clutch as to not burn it up. If you burn up the clutch, it is a very expensive repair. Don't forget while you're in the parking lot to slowly make your turn. That way you don't go off in a ditch, because that would be bad. Now, to shift into second gear, for as if you were going on the road, you would want to off the gas, clutch all the way to the floor, then shift straight down into second gear. And then lip your throttle, and then off the clutch, all the way. So now that you are able to drive around in an empty parking lot in first to second gear with a small shift in between, you gotta learn how to stop. Because right now you're probably just circling in a parking lot wondering how the heck am I supposed to stop? Well, this is how you stop. You want to come up to whatever you're coming up to stop, or just wherever. I gotta make sure I'm gonna be in a safe area to do so. You want to let off the gas, clutch, and then brake. And then you want to ease into the brake, because otherwise you will launch your passengers, and we don't want to do that. So that is how you stop. So, little review. Clutch is all the way in. Put it in first gear, which is left and all the way up. And then you ease off the clutch in onto the gas at the same time. And then you will start rolling. You get up to whatever speed you need to be getting up to. In a parking lot, it's not going to be very fast. If we were on the road, it'd be a little different. In this truck, we would get up to about 15, maybe 20 miles per hour before we need to shift. In this parking lot, I will shift after this here turn. So we're going to go off the gas, onto the clutch, straight down into the number 2. Blip the throttle, and then off the clutch all the way. Shifting between gears, you don't have to worry about as slow as in first gear off the clutch, but it is still important to do everything smoothly. If it's not smooth, it's going to jolt the truck around, and your passengers are going to have headaches and motion sickness, and you don't want anyone throwing up in your truck, that's for sure. And then an overview of braking again. You off the gas, clutch, and ease into the brake, because this is what you don't want to do. So now that you know how to move your friend's vehicle, they should be able to tease you just a little bit less now that you know how to move their vehicle. Overall, you've got to remember to be smooth with all of your shifts and pedal control, and to just have a good friend that's willing to let you learn on their vehicle. It's really easy, and I think everyone should try and at least know how to move a manual vehicle, even if it's just for a couple of feet. I think it's an important skill for everyone to know how to do.